probably
here.
better than mine.
Don Skinner was actually the second one. He was there for a short amount of time.
He was after,
Then, yeah.
okay, so
First John,
Don,
then Don,
Don, then
then
Marilyn.
Marilyn, then Celine and me, then Elizabeth Hallett, then Kevin.
Right, right.
And then Ruth, right?
And then Ruth.
No,
Ruth.
no, Kevin was before Elizabeth.
Okay, Kevin, Elizabeth, you. Okay.
Kevin, okay, yeah. And
That makes sense.
so we don't need, that's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to
Well,
sort of clarify the original
It's-
record.
it's-
Oh,
it's-
and I
it's
just want to say
wonderful.
one more thing about, about Marge. She was such a wonderful support for Peace House, for us personally. She sat with us up on our land. We married their son, Ogden and Sindra, and John and I did, and they've just, I'd say, much bigger than just Peace House.
Yeah.
They funded and supported all
Yes,
kinds of wonderful activities. And
And it's,
Ogden's still around.
Yes, at 80s, what, almost 90 now. Wow.
Is there anybody, I don't want to extend it too much, but this has been just wonderful to hear, and it is, you do draw inspiration and courage from stories like this. So it's really important to preserve those stories and give people a chance to share them. If there are any other stories, maybe one big thing that, say, sticks in your mind, Pam, in terms of the years you invested so much of yourself in Peace House, is there any one particular thing, say, you'd like to share?
I do, actually. I want to share the fact that in addition to being involved in Peace House, I was very involved in the Pacific Green Party, and the idea of the Pacific Green Party came about because of the desire to join green concerns with peace concerns, and that's how it became the Pacific Green Party, because that also combined the fact that it was in Oregon, the Pacific Northwest. But I wasn't involved in the early start of that, but the reason I bring that up is what attracted me to Peace House, frankly, was a quest for learning and for understanding. And what had just transpired in Peace House, at least from the newspaper standpoint, was dissent within the organization. And of course, whenever there's the slightest amount of dissent within a peace organization, some people in the news media are going to blow that up as big as they can in order to help discredit the organization and their work, I think. And I'm sure that that was a lot of what was transpiring at the time. I think that there were a lot of people who had an interest in seeing Peace House fail. And it just piqued my curiosity as to how people in an organization, either the Green Party or Peace House, people who are so committed and passionate about the work that they're doing for the good of the world, and yet they find themselves having some difficulty getting along interpersonally with one another. And I think that this is a very big part of the movement for peace and for green concerns as well. I don't know the answer yet, and maybe I never will. But I think that it bears that there's a lot of benefit to observing and interacting and gaining greater understanding, because if these movements can come to some way of resolving those kinds of internal conflicts, then I think it has to start there. And that was why I joined Peace House. My question was, if